I didn't leave because I stopped loving her. I left because I finally understood that love alone doesn't keep you chosen. She chose another man over me, and in that moment, something inside me went quiet. I walked away without looking back, certain it was over even though my heart wasn't ready. Before I continue, please subscribe to this channel if you enjoy real-life relationship stories told honestly. Your support helps these stories reach people who need to hear them. My name is Daniel. I'm 42 years old, and until 2 years ago, I believed commitment meant staying, no matter what. I believed loyalty meant waiting. I believed love meant fighting harder when things got difficult. What I didn't realize was that sometimes the strongest thing you can do is walk away. I met my wife Emily in our early 30s. She was warm, thoughtful, and full of plans. We built a life that looked solid from the outside: steady jobs, shared friends, routines that felt safe. We weren't perfect, but I thought we were committed. Then things started to change slowly. She became distant in ways I couldn't explain. More time on her phone, more late nights, more conversations that ended quickly. When I asked if something was wrong, she said she was just tired, stressed, busy. I believed her. I wanted to believe her. There was another man at her workplace. I won't pretend I didn't notice the name coming up more often. At first, it sounded harmless: work-related, group projects, team meetings. Then it became personal. She compared him to me, not directly, but enough that I felt it. "He really listens," she said once. "He's very driven," she said another time. I told myself not to be insecure. I trusted my wife, or at least I wanted to. The truth arrived quietly one evening. We were sitting at the kitchen table. No yelling, no drama. She just said, "I need to be honest with you." Those words always carry weight. She told me she had developed feelings for someone else. She said nothing physical had happened. She said she was confused. She said she needed time to figure out what she wanted. Then she said the sentence that changed everything: "I think I'm choosing him." She didn't say it cruelly. She didn't say it angrily. She said it like a decision she had already made. I sat there, listening, nodding, trying to breathe. I asked one question: "Are you asking me to wait?" She hesitated. That hesitation told me everything. I realized in that moment that staying would mean shrinking myself into a backup plan, waiting while she explored another life, hoping she'd come back once she was sure. I thought about all the years I had stood beside her, the loyalty I gave without question, the way I had chosen her every day. And I knew something clearly for the first time. If I stayed, I would lose my self-respect. So I stood up. I didn't shout, I didn't beg, I didn't demand explanations. I said, "I won't compete for a place I already earned." She looked shocked. "I'm not asking you to compete," she said. "Yes, you are," I replied calmly. "You just don't want to say it that way." I packed a bag that night. She cried. She said she didn't expect me to leave so quickly. She said she thought I would fight harder. That hurt, because I had been fighting quietly for months. I walked out without looking back, not because I didn't care, but because looking back would have made me stay. The days after were heavy. Silence has a way of amplifying thoughts. I replayed conversations, wondered if I missed signs, asked myself if I could have done more. Friends had opinions. Some said I was too quick to leave, others said I did the right thing. Everyone had advice. None of it mattered. What mattered was how I felt waking up alone. There was pain, but there was also relief. I wasn't waiting for someone to choose me anymore. Emily reached out a few times. She said things were complicated, that she missed me, that she didn't expect things to feel this heavy. I didn't respond right away. When I finally did, I said one thing: "I hope you're happy, but I can't be part of this." That was the last real conversation we had. Later, I heard through mutual friends that the relationship she chose didn't last, that it wasn't what she imagined, that she struggled with regret. People asked me if I felt satisfied hearing that. I didn't, because I didn't leave to teach her a lesson. I left to protect myself. Walking away doesn't erase pain, it changes the direction of it. I had to rebuild parts of myself I didn't realize I had neglected: my confidence, my sense of worth, my identity outside of being someone's husband. I went to therapy. I learned how much of my value I had tied to being chosen by one person. I learned that loyalty without boundaries turns into self-abandonment. The hardest part wasn't losing her. It was accepting that love doesn't mean staying when you're no longer the priority. If you're watching this and you're in a relationship where someone is figuring things out at your expense, hear this clearly. You don't owe anyone your silence. You don't owe anyone your patience while they decide if you're enough. And you don't owe anyone loyalty when they've already chosen someone else. Walking away doesn't mean you didn't care. It means you cared enough about yourself to stop begging for a place in someone's life. I chose peace over waiting. I chose dignity over hope. I chose myself. She chose another man over me. So I walked away without looking back. And even though it hurt, I knew deep down that it was truly over. If this story resonated with you, please subscribe to the channel, share your thoughts in the comments, and remember, sometimes the bravest ending is the one where you finally choose yourself.